All right, ladies and gentlemen, UFC 267 is upon us. The UFC are making their return back to Abu Dhabi, Fight Island. I was there last year, so I know firsthand what a great place it is. I'm going to get into the main card. We're going to talk about the fights. Of course, we've got Jan Blachowicz taking on Glover Teixeira in the main event for the light heavyweight belt. Before I do, you know what to do. Subscribe, ring the bell. Thank you very much. Okay, now, two guys fighting in the main event, Glover and Jan, that are kind of... You wouldn't have thought a couple of years ago, if we said that the main event of the light heavyweight title in Abu Dhabi was going down, you wouldn't have thought it was Jan Blachowicz and you wouldn't have thought Glover Teixeira, right? Those guys were they weren't journeymen. Jan Blachowicz, maybe you could start to say that, but Glover Teixeira was always dangerous and he only really lost to the best people out there. Remember, when Glover Teixeira came to the UFC, he beat everybody, and then he fought John Jones, right? John Jones beat him, and then I think it might have been Phil Davis. In fact, I have his record right here. Why are we guessing? John Jones, then Phil Davis, then he rebounds with 3 good wins. He loses to Anthony Rumble Johnson. Everybody gets knocked out by Rumble Johnson. Loses to Gustafsson. Gustafsson looked incredible, and he lost to Corey Anderson. Now, since then, he has rebounded. Glover Teixeira's on a 5-fight win streak, but more importantly, 5 stoppages. Okay, Carl Robertson, rear naked choke. No, sorry, triangle. What am I saying? I'm actually reading this. Iwan Kutalaba, rear naked choke. Nikita Krylov, decision. Sorry. Anthony Smith, TKO, and Thiago Santos was a rear naked choke. You know, the one that really impressed me was that fight against Anthony Smith. That was in Jacksonville, Florida last year in the height of the pandemic, the first UFC event that they brought back, because of the pandemic. And that fight started, Anthony Smith looked incredible. He looked so crisp with the boxing. It looked like he was going to make a mockery out of Glover Teixeira. But Glover, being the old dog that he is, being the veteran, being the man that knows a million ways to win, he got the job done. And let's take you back to that moment. I think it was round 3 or it could have been round 4. Anthony Smith is face down on the canvas. Glover Teixeira's got back mounted. He's got hold of him and he's digging him from behind. And he knocks out the teeth of Anthony Smith. Right, and Smith, it says, hold on, and he gets his teeth and he grabs them and he hands them to the referee. Right, I'll never forget this moment. And Glover Teixeira, being the gentleman that he is, actually said, "Oh, sorry, bro." And Anthony Smith, face down on the canvas, he's lost his teeth, he's got blood pouring out of his nose. He's like, "It is what it is," and it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But still, just that moment there, I just thought that was precious, man. That was beautiful. It tells you everything you need to know about Glover and Anthony Smith as well. So Glover Teixeira, 41 years old, right? The oldest guy on the card. But he's got so many ways to win. And coming into this fight, I really think that's kind of the narrative here. Jan Blachowicz, we know, Polish power. The man's a knockout artist. He's got extremely heavy hands. But let's remember, he's a guy that didn't have an easy path to becoming the champion. He was a guy that lost a few fights along the way. As I said, if you said a few years ago that this would be headlined by Jan Blachowicz for the light heavyweight title, a defense, you wouldn't have believed that. Right, but here's where we are. And let's remember, the last time we saw Jan Blachowicz, he beat Israel Adesanya, the only man to do so. Okay, it was a decision, right, but it was clearly a victory, 3 rounds to 2. He took him down in rounds 4 and 5, and he showed, a complete game. And he went toe-to-toe for 3.5 rounds with Israel Adesanya and did very well in the striking department. The left hand was money. It was a back-and-forth technical affair. The left hooks were there. He had some nice body kicks and, of course, sprinkled in those important takedowns to make sure he got the job done. Only man to beat Israel Adesanya. And Israel's been through many, many people. So that tells you everything you need to know about the skills and the reflexes of Jan Blachowicz. Last time he was beaten, he got knocked out against Thiago Santos. But that was 5 fights ago. Since then, knocked out Luke Rockhold. For Luke Rockhold, that doesn't age too badly. I remember when he got knocked out, everyone was like, "Oh, Luke's done." But the man went on to become the champion, let's be honest. Then it was a win, a split decision over Jacare Souza. I called that one. Kind of a lackluster fight, to be fair. Respect to the champion, of course. Then he knocked out Corey Anderson. He knocked out Dominic Reyes to win the strap and then beat Israel Adesanya, as I said. So how's this going to go down? I don't know. It's a tough fight. When I look at this, I think Glover Teixeira has more ways to win. And that's what Jan Blachowicz has to be ready for. He has to be ready for the multifaceted approach. Glover is going to mix things up, right? Against Israel Adesanya, all Blachowicz had to do was get his striking sharp and drill some takedowns. Against Glover Teixeira, He's got to be ready for every part of the mixed martial arts game. He's got to work his takedown defense. He's got to work his get-ups. He's got to work his submission defense, because God knows Glover's going to be going for those submissions. And of course, he's got to work the striking as well. He's got to do all his wrestling. He's got to do his strength and condition. He's got to do his running. He's got to be in shape to go 5 rounds against a guy that is an expert. And that's right, Glover is an expert in every facet of mixed martial arts. The man doesn't really have any weaknesses, and look at the experience that he has as well. So it's a really dangerous fight for Jan Blachowicz, okay? Can Glover take Jan down? Well, I think if Jan's expecting the takedown, he'll struggle. But the timing, the element of surprise, that's what's key. So when you go forward at your opponent, boom, 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 you throw a few shots, and then you surprise them. And when you mix the two together, that's the secret sauce. That's how you take them down with almost no resistance. Because if you time it perfectly, there is no resistance, as I said. So if he does it like that, I think he can take him down. Will he submit Jan Blachowicz on the ground? I don't think so. But this isn't a jiu-jitsu match either. Trust me. I got choked out against George St. Pierre, right? There's no way he'd choke me out in a jiu-jitsu match. But I got cracked in the face. All right, fair enough, you hit me on the side where I can't see, but hey, all's fair in love and war. I got punched in the face, and then I got elbowed about 10 more times in the face. You don't know where you are, you don't know what's going on. Believe it or not, you're not thinking about the ins and outs of the intricate jiu-jitsu moves. Your head's spinning, you don't know what fucking day it is, and all of a sudden, someone's choking you out. You're like, fuck, how did that happen, right? So Glover can submit him if he ground and pounds the hell out of him first. If he knocks him down with a right hand and then bang, 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 and then takes his back and chokes him out, of course he can. Same thing for Jan Blachowicz, right? Both these guys are big, strong guys. They're powerful guys. They hit hard. They got well-rounded skills. It's going to be a fucking awesome fight. And I'm so happy for both of them. I really am. Jan Blachowicz is such a great guy. He came on my Believe You Me podcast. What a great, down-to-earth, humble human being. And to see the road that he has been on, right? And to stick with it, to stay the course, to never give up hope. Reminds me of someone else I know that won the belt late in his career. So I have a lot of respect for Jan Blachowicz. And of course, my father's called Jan as well. He's got my father's same name, so I'm kind of biased there. And my family's Polish, So for those reasons, I'm kind of leaning towards Jan Blachowicz. But Teixeira, just one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Glover Teixeira, you will never hear a bad word about this guy. Goes out of his way to help out a lot of other fighters. He's always training them. He runs his own gym, but he's cornering fighters. He's helping them. He's giving back to the martial arts community. The guy's a beast. He's a beast in the octagon, but he's a sweetheart in real life. So may the best man win. I don't know who it's going to be yet. As we see the fight week progress, as we talk to them, as we hear the press conferences, as they speak to the press and all the rest of it, sometimes you can figure something out. You can hear about their training, what they've done, maybe what kind of shape they come in. So I'm going to save my prediction just now. I'm not going to give it to you yet. But Fight Island, what a great place that is. I remember I went out there 2020, last year, and the staff are incredible. We stayed at the W Hotel, beautiful facility. You've got a Formula One Grand Prix track that runs around the building. Those cars are very loud and very fucking annoying because the fights are on in the middle of the night. So you got to sleep all day and then stay awake all night. And when you're trying to sleep, there's Formula One cars blasting past. You want to kill someone. And then you're trying to sleep all day. And of course, you always forget to put on the do not disturb sign. And then there's ding, 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 and they're banging on your door. And you're like, what? And they're like, would you like some towels? Do you need housekeeping? And you're like, no, fuck off. And you go back to bed. You don't say fuck off. In your mind, you're thinking fuck off. Then you go back to bed and you're in bed. Then there's a knock on the door again. It's like, do you need your minibar topping up? I'm like, seriously? Go fuck yourself, because I'm trying to sleep because I've got to stay up all night to commentate. And then, of course, you got to go down at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and do your COVID test in the middle of the day. So, but it was a great experience. I'll never forget it. I went on Dana White looking for a fight. I don't know if you saw that. I did some pearl diving with Matt Serra and Dana White. I've actually got a couple of legit pearls that I did manage to bring home with me from Fight Island. And I'm just going to say this. If you go out there and you watch that, Dana White looking for a fight on Abu Dhabi, me, Matt Serra, Dana White, it was a lot of fun. But those pearls were planted. There's no way in this earth. I don't know if anyone's done any pearl diving out there, right? But we suck at pearl diving, okay? We jumped off this boat, and then we were like near the shore, and then this girl that was with us, she said, oh look, there's one there. And I pick it up and we pry it open and there's a pearl inside there, right? So Dana is the man, right? And I guarantee that he said, hey, listen, for the cameras, just fucking stick a few pearls in some shitty old oysters, right? There's no way that those, I mean, I've got 2 pearls. The pearls are real. They're out there. Might make some earrings out of them or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's no way I found real pearls. But still, nice one, Dana, for that. Because Lucas, my youngest son, he was very, very impressed. And then if you saw it, we went to a wind tunnel. And that was very embarrassing. Because the guy did it. I don't know if you've seen these wind tunnels. Fucking the guy's flying around like Superman, looking very, very graceful and all the rest of it. And then Matt Serra got in, and he went first, and he's kind of all over the place, and I'm laughing my ass off, and I thought, oh, God, here we go. And me, typical knobhead, full of confidence, overconfident. I'm like, this is easy. Because the guy gave us an explanation. He said, you just got to flatten your body out, and try and, ride the air and just, make yourself a flat surface. I thought, this is easy. And I went out there. I was flipping about all over the goddamn place. But I couldn't stop laughing. And then because I was laughing, I was just spinning around and spiraling more. And I looked through the thing. I could see Dana and Matt Serra laughing their heads off. So that was a great experience, a lot of fun. The staff out there in Abu Dhabi, just unbelievable. Great people, very kind, very gracious. And hopefully I get to go back one day. But still, looking forward to all the festivities this week. Great fight card from top to bottom. Co-main event, we've got a featherweight title fight as well not Aljamain Sterling, pardon me. Piotr Jan and Corey Sandhagen. We got a lot of other fights. We've got Hamzat Chimaev, he's on the card. Magomed Ankalaev. Who else we got, Brantendo? Who else? I'm missing.
Amanda Hebers is on the card.
Amanda Hebers. Islam Makhachev versus Dan Hooker. I'm going to go into all these fights on another video. I'm going to break them down. I'm going to give you predictions. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you subscribe and ring that goddamn bell so you don't miss the videos. Take care.